What up? I'm Digital Gringo, and today we're talking about Shoot Aside by Leftover Crack.
Digital Gringo tells it like it is.
Now, before we begin, I want to acknowledge the allegations of transphobia on my Audrey Plath video. It's okay to criticize trans people. Just because you say something that a trans person does is wrong does not mean you're transphobic. Allegations denied. But if you like terrible folk punk music, I'd recommend checking out my review of Audrey Plath's Fuck stza down in the description below. You won't be disappointed. So let's get into this. Shoot Aside by Leftover Crack, coming in at a measly 2 minutes. But they have a music video. Let's get into this. But before I press play, I checked this song out and looked for the lyrics beforehand. Couldn't find them, so I typed out what I could decipher from it. Because honestly, the song's kind of hard to figure out what they're saying because so much is going on. Okay, so first impression of this video is I love the look of it. It reminds me of Celebrity Deathmatch, but in a 2-minute song, we're 35 fucking seconds in and there's no vocals? What the fuck? Okay, so there's a lot to unpack in this vocals. So let's check out what I typed earlier to see if it still matches up. I choose every time I birth or cry, we're forced to walk the finish line. The clergy and the something something, they judge it all on moral fraud. There's something broke down and you waste away. The truth reveals this darkest day. Salvation never came from God. And I think it was cretins created to blow their wad. But I'm not too sure on that. Something really Leftover Crack, anti-clergy, anti-prison industrial complex, anti-police state. You know, the same old shit they've been singing about. But so far, so good. It doesn't sound horrible. So far, so good. stza's vocals sound hella compressed. But let's just hope this is like the first mix of the song and not the final mix of the song. Because they wanted to get something out to promote the album. Now let's talk about this second vocalist. The first time I heard this shit, it was just an MP3 in my car, and I thought that they pitched up stza's vocals. And I was like, wow, this really sounds like shit. But then, come to find out, it's Tibby X. Who the fuck is Tibby X, you may ask? So glad you asked. Tibby X is the lead singer from X Possibles, Kissy Kamikaze, and Gash, bassist from Reagan Youth. So basically, Tibby X is a singer from multiple bands. She's here, sounding like stza. Let's go. Now, let's see what they talked about on this part of the song. Every single lyric she sang at first was unintelligible. From my humble opinion, she sounded like this. She sounded just like Cartman from the very first episode of South Park ever created, Jesus versus Santa or some bullshit like that. And then they're doing the back and forth vocals, which is pretty cool, but I wish they sounded a little bit more different. stza comes in and says, you'll be forced to open wide and swallow something, shoot aside. Probably like the judicial dick, the police state dick, something like that. Some sort of dick you're going to be swallowing. But guess what? It's like a shotgun blast to the back of your fucking throat. And then she comes in saying, with that something down our throats, push it till our brain will stroke, or push it till we pray and are broke, or something like that. Some very leftover crack lyrics. Now, let's get into the second verse.
Swarm that like your own. Where openings up, they send the drone. The hives harbor a simple habit. Just like mine, they need to stop it. All along the tower's rope, all cops are cowards fully shook. They're figuring their itchy triggered and comatose. The buddy's rigor.
Now, I hear some pretty interesting lyrics in there. Locusts swarm, then plague your own. We're hoping they will send the drones. Now, in this section, he's talking about how America is like locusts and we swarm and scour the earth looking for anything we can get our greedy little palms on. And if there's nothing for us to take and we don't like you, we will eradicate you through drone strikes. The lies harbor a simple habit, just like my need to stab it. I think he's talking about drug addiction here, but who knows? Now, I'm the one deciphering these lyrics right here, so if you think you got a different take on what they're saying, please put it down in the comments below. Let me know what you're hearing, because this is what I'm hearing, and you know, it's just stereotypical leftover crack lyrics. Hate the government, hate organized religion, hate authority. Let's go. They're fingering their itchy trigger, and they're putting their fingers up their buddy's rear, pretty much calling all cops gay, but I did enjoy that lyric. It's a little edgy. It's a little cancelable.
Resolute that I don't have time to shoot. And just as many blind comply for dodging bullets. The king that crown corrupt decays the times more weak the last to slay. We're dissidents, collapse and pride and proudly fall. We're big guys, so fuck that up. They broke out where your feet back, that's the shame. The pros of war so open wide and swallow a brain. The lies so be out now and through. Don't they know we play one down. The course slammers, crucified, all cut their killers.
What an ending. They killed all the cops. So let's go over this last little second chorus, fourth verse thing that's going on, because there's really not any chorus besides the chant of shoot aside. Waking up the resolute, the thought and time to shoot. The something are really going blind for cops and bullets shoot aside. The king they crown now decays. The weak something are the slaves. Unintelligible. Then stza says pro-divorce at one point. And then the ending is the something crucified. All cops are killers shoot aside. I like what the song's doing. Okay, actually, I don't like what the song's doing, but we'll get into that. So, on a scale of 1 to 10, this song's got a 6 on a punk scale and a 5 on a leftover crack scale. It's fast and to the point, but it could have had more depth in it. The reason why I think they chose this song as the first single from the new album is because they created a cool music video for it, and because the music video is stop motion and claymation. That shit takes a long ass time to make, so 2 minutes for that probably took them like 2 months. But I wish they would have chose something with a better hook. But overall, it's not terrible. It should have been better. I think that the mix on this song, I hope, is just a first draft mix, because it is not a great mix, especially with the way Tibby X sounds on the song. It sounds flat. It sounds dead. It sounds just muddy. And yeah, it's crust punk, and a lot of their songs are muddy like that, but this is kind of pushing it even for them. So let me know down below what you like about this song, what you like about Leftover Crack. If you think this review was bullshit, if you think it was great, I don't care. I'm just out here putting out my opinion. Let me know about the transphobia allegations that you feel down below. Hope you have a great day. Like, comment, subscribe.